Hello, Kristen Atkins here again from Impressing Minds. And today I wanted to I already did one video about being more professional, and I also wanted to go over a few things that we can do to make our youth or foster youth feel cared for, to feel accepted when they come in our home. Because if you think about these children that come in our home, they are not in the best mindset when they come to our house. So how can we, as foster parents, show them that they're cared for? And without being weird. We don't want to be weird about it. We don't want to be overly motherly or overly hovering. You know, especially if they're older, they probably don't want you in their space. So what are some things that we can do? First of all, work with the other people on the team. So work with bio parents, work with the social workers. And when I say work with bio parents, I mean work with them. You're not on opposing teams. You're on the same team. You work with the parents for the benefit of the child. Don't ever talk badly about the parents in front of the child, because eventually they're going to see you as the enemy because you're talking about their parent, and you're going to cause some strife. It's just best if you say things like, right now they can't take care of you, and I'm going to fill that role for you. I'm going to take care of you until they get better or until they meet the criteria that the judge has set. So you never want to say, well, they didn't show up for their visit again this week. That doesn't surprise me. They were probably out doing drugs last night. You know, you don't want to be negative at all. What I do is anytime there's something that doesn't go right, they don't show up for a visit or anything like that, I just simply write it down, very factual, in their life book, and that way later on they can read the facts as it is. I just tell them on a level that they can understand what happened, and if I don't know, I don't know. So I'll say, I'm not sure what happened, but they can't make it for the visit. I'm not sure what happened, but they haven't called, and it's time for bed, and I'm really sorry, but if they call, I'll wake you up, okay? So you have to learn to work together with the whole entire team. Listen to the foster child. If they want to talk about something that happened, go ahead and listen, and let them know that you are a listening ear. You're not going to judge them or their family for things that have gone on. Maybe they see their family as normal and you're the weird one. After some time of being at your house, the roles may be reversed. They may find out that maybe your house feels more normal or comfortable to them, and then the other house is the weird house or the uncomfortable place. It just depends. So always be a listening ear for those times when they get chatty and they want to talk. Be a listening ear and let them know that it's okay to miss their mom, their dad, siblings, grandparents. It's okay to miss them. And then you can explain that you miss, I'm sure you have people in your life that you miss that have died, or, you know, maybe you shouldn't say that, but that you don't get to see very often or live far away, and that you miss them, and it's a normal emotion. Something that's interesting here is don't take it personal if the foster child doesn't like you or doesn't seem to like you. Don't take it personal, because especially if they're older, they already have, you know, they already have their mom, their dad, they already have their home, their room, their whatever they are used to, and that's their normal. So they already have all that, and you're the opposite. You're the other person. You're the other house. You're the other. You're not the real. You know, you're the fake. So it's okay if they don't seem to like you or connect with you. Don't take it personal. It wouldn't matter who you were. But once you start listening, if they do start talking, and you start listening, then they might open up and realize that you're not the enemy if you keep your mouth and don't say things like, well, your parents didn't show up for their meeting, or your parents didn't call you today again. Don't say things like that. Always try and be professional, especially with the kids, and be loving and gentle and kind. Because I always also, until I did foster care, really never thought much about me being in that situation. I probably never even knew a drug addict or been exposed to anything like that. I know that's horrible. I worked at a hospital, actually, but I was a manager, so I didn't really, I don't know, I didn't know anybody like that, honestly. So I got these little foster kids, my second set of foster kids, and so I didn't really understand that Mom must have been feeling, not knowing where her kids were. And the first time I met her, these kids were so beautiful and so sweet and quiet and nice. And the first time I met her, I felt really, really bad for her. And I thought, what if the roles were reversed? What if that was me and someone had my kids? What if I was the one trying to get my kids back? Well, how would I want them treated if they were with someone else? So that feeling, those feelings have always stuck with me. How would I treat those children how would I want my children treated if those were my children in someone else's home? Because there, but by the grace of God I could have been the drug addict trying to fight for my children. Or she was all alone. She didn't have any support. Every person that supported her was into drugs. Her whole family, her whole everything really revolved around the lifestyle of drugs. So always keep that in the back of your mind too. Treat those children like you would want your children to be treated. Don't introduce those children as foster children when you go out. Keep them, close by and say, these are our friends, Sally and Johnny, and they're staying with us for a little while. Maybe send a text later explaining who the children were, so they don't feel weird or this is interesting. Why do you have two new children? These are our friends that they're staying with us. Okay, that makes sense. And then you can, explain any more later. It doesn't make them feel awkward. So I just want to do this little video and let you know how these little kids may feel and how you can make them feel even more welcome and become more of a professional as a foster parent. And so I hope these tips and tricks help you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know it's kind of cheesy to keep saying like and subscribe every time, but really, I do want you to like and subscribe. And then I want you to comment, tell me anything. Do you think this is helpful information? And then share it with other people who you think may need to know or may want to know, maybe interested in fostering, maybe got some new children, and they'll be introducing their children soon, and they'll be going through all this. Just share it with them. Let them know a few things to keep them more professional. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.